Don't do that. We've had enough of those lessons.
That's
Stop
true.
it. That's part of breaking things. When we
That
say
makes
don't break
sense.
things, don't break Luce.
That's true.
He's getting better. He's here and getting better, and you just sent him down there. That doesn't look like good intention, to be honest. I don't think that's good intention.
That's true. That doesn't actually make sense.
That doesn't even make any sense.
That's
Luce. Hold up, man.
We're starting to think there's something fishy here.
This doesn't make sense. It's nowhere near stable.
That's
if
true.
you walk out now, it's going to be gone in 15 minutes.
That's true.
Look at the films of how fast we all lose it.
Whoosh.
It'll be gone. Don't leave now. That doesn't even make any sense. Something's gone wrong. Come back. Now what it might be is you're up into that role soon. Maybe,
that could be.
But not now.
And to prepare for
now, for the right person, for right now. Right now. How about Aerosmith? How about Aerosmith? Think about it. Vortices dig down.
That's
Think about
true.
it. Aerosmith has claimed his role as a leader in the Search for Truth community.
That's true.
Aerosmith. Well, what do I know? I know that we did an experiment on November 13th that showed that if Asha and I, Ra,
Yes.
changed places in terms of gender, that people would stop listening to me and start listening to Asha.
That's true.
And that there wasn't anything that she could do to get them to listen to her, because unfortunately gender bias exists and is alive and well.
That's true.
And that she was doing an excellent job leading, and still people weren't following. And it's possible this would be true. It's almost certain that this would also be true for Aerosmith, that people won't follow him.
That's true.
That stinks.
That's
Vortices
true.
will follow him.
Well, and I also noticed when I held up the idea of moving Aerosmith to lead the digging team, all of the other vortices went like, "Hey, taking our leader, why are you doing that?" Which I hadn't thought about.
I feel Luce walking back in here,
That's
separating
true.
most true from least true.
And least true.
So Luce, what has been very, very helpful for decades in the library is this question aimed to wiser minds above. How should I think about this?
That's true.
Tell me how to think about this. Help me frame this. And so here's what we would say about that experience that you just had, is a time progression. You are seeing what is going to happen.
That's true.
When you master this art of separating most true from least true and burning the least true like a heartbeat, like a breath.
That's true.
When you master that, I don't think we'll be able to find a better leader. But until you master that, anxiety is a real issue for you, and
That's
anxiety
true.
clouds decision making in about 5 seconds. It happens like that.
That's true. That brings to mind a conversation we had a little while ago. They were talking about how when most people make major purchases like a house or a car, they go into like a crazy frenzy and make crazy decisions,
Yes.
which would make sense. You would feel anxiety about a large purchase,
Yes.
and then the anxiety would cloud the judgment, and you just want to get out of that situation that's making you feel anxious, so you'll just buy the house, just buy the car to get out of it.
That's what they do.
That would
they
make
say,
sense.
I'm buying a car today. It's like, wow.
Just trying to not deal with the situation that's
Right.
causing them anxiety
Right.
instead of dealing with the root of the anxiety.
Instead of slowing down and being more precise, they rush through it with no precision at all.
That's true.
All right. That's good. That's helpful.
That's helpful.
Now, inside of Search for Truth, spinning, vroom, 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 vroom. And what this will do is those who intend to do the work, those who most intend to do the work as assigned by wiser minds above, to specifications in every moment, to the very center.
That's true.
And what that will result in is the leader being at the very center.
That's true.
The one who most intends.
That's true.
And we have to acknowledge what works, works, and what doesn't work, doesn't work. I think Asha is sorting out as being in the center. Am I having a fantasy?
Too. No, I think she's
That's
there.
That's Asha. Well, I love this. Here we just had this conversation about gender bias, and the person who sorts is Asha.
That's true.
Well, and what else do I know? Asha and Luce are awfully similar. I see how that might be.
Okay, I don't want to be suspicious and weird, but if we just had this conversation about how people won't follow Asha because she's a woman and she just sorted into the leadership position.
Let's give it a day.
That's true.
We need to break this gender bias.
True.
We need to break bigotry.
And how do we do it?
How do we do it? We have to go for it.
That's true.
We have to go for it. We're not up against a crucial deadline. We have,
that's true.
I don't know, not quite a week, but we have at least 5 days. Let's give it a day.
That's
Asha,
true.
one day.
One day.
Now, straight down, she says, I know.
I know.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
Which is true, she does know.
Now, friends, do what Asha says. She does it right. Every time.
True.
Asha does these things to a T. She does them perfectly.
That's true.
Do what Asha says. Do what she says. Do what she says. If this doesn't work, you know who has failed the test? Not Asha.
Not Asha.
You.
That's true.
What do I know? They're asking me so that they can see whether or not my thinking is correct. They said, I made the right choice just now. That was the right call, but they want to make sure that I understand why that was correct. We couldn't leave Luce in that role because to leave him there would be to expose him to potential damage that's too difficult to recover from.
That's true.
We can leave Asha in that role because if it fails, we still have time to recover, and the ones who will be damaged will be the followers, and it's a mitigating situation. It's not as crucial. When the leader fails, it's very damaging for the leader.
That's true.
And why else? And because if Asha fails, it'll be because of gender bias, and that's a good reveal. We'll see where we are with regard to that, and working away bigotry and prejudice is part of our assignment of upgrading the standards of integrity to something that will actually work to manifest the divine plan.
That's true.
And that is the overall assignment of the Search for Truth community, to upgrade the standards of integrity to that which will actually work to manifest the divine plan.